Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Tip-off goes to Louisville. Pass to Sarr. Now here's Harden. Into the lane. Oh, the teardrop falls in. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
Hey, we use the term explosive a lot, but Edwards, this guy is explosive ×3.
Lets the three fly. Knocks down the long J. Edwards got 5 now.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And they're pushing it up for the finish. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition, has a really good understanding of how to fill the lane and get where he needs to be.
They're running. Shoots. Rebounded by James Harden.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Of all the accolades James Harden has racked up, what do you think he'll be most remembered for, Clark?
You mean aside from his beard, which is pretty impressive as well as his game? I mean, I think his scoring ability, the way he did it, he was one of the first to really kind of master that step-back three against good defense. His ability to get to the rim, draw fouls, and make plays for others. I think all of that is part of what we will remember about James Harden.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Wood. Clock at 6. And Edey with a block. It's Edwards on the wing. There's a screen by Kamara. They get it back. Pass to Edey. Here's Edwards. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Now here's Harden. And finished off by Sarr.
The Frenchman, s'il vous plaît. Taking flight. You gotta like Sarr.
And here's Crowder from the arc. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Harden with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And stolen by Edwards. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. They get it again. Pass to Wallace. Counted from distance. Wallace has got 5 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Takes a 3. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Give him 8 points now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Edwards with it. Now Sarr defending. It's good on the putback.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And it's Harden with the big finish.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here's Edwards. There's the drive. Oh, misses the dunk. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Sarr. Oh, he got it with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And they're on the break. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Edwards. Launches a 3. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
I really like how he's playing tonight. Taking good, smart shots, playing his game.
The drive by Harden. Out to Wood. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead.
12.
They lead by 13.
25.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Sarr. Wallace pulls it in.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
And here's Crowder from the arc. And the rebound goes to Louisville. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wood.
Look, the intentions were good. I like the unselfishness, but the execution, a lot to be desired.
Crowder outside. Back to Edwards. Crowder with a screen. From downtown. They can't get it to go. Louisville trails by 13. Here's Shannon. Wood outside. The 3. The rebound by Edey.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Wood grabs the board.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Well, it's no surprise Edwards has a football background, Clark. Just look at him.
Yeah, he is well put together, B.A. No question he could handle himself on the gridiron. You know, early on, he thought that would be his path. He's mentioned playing it professionally someday. How about that? I don't think it's a great idea, but interesting that he would even broach it. But if anybody...
Oh! Wow. Yeah! Come away! With authority!
Harden is one of the most lethal penetrators in the game and excels at finding lanes to the rim.
Screen by Edey. And here's Crowder from the arc. He drops it from range. Crowder's got 5 points.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Wood. Goes back up.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
And the basket by Edwards.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Three-pointer, Harden. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Shakes him. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
Working from medium range, he was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. they can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Pass to Brooks. 4-3. Fires in the triple. Brooks has got his second basket of the game. Well, Clark, players sometimes talk about the game slowing down as they gain experience.
Well, it's the benefit of experience, understanding situations, having gone through various situations as you get more engaged in the league over time. The more you understand where you're supposed to be, usually you can get there on time or early, and you're more reactive versus thinking.
Here's Edwards. Driving to the basket.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Here's Brooks. A quick shot there. It's off target. Right side, Edwards. Inside. Kamara. That one rolls around and rims out. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Louisville. 17-point game. And finished off by Sarr.
Mr. Do-It-All coming away with the assist there. I mean, Harden making sure to keep his teammates involved in the offense.
Pass to Wallace. Fires the three. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Wallace has got 14 points.
And they're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
James Harden.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Wallace. Edwards looking it over. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game, delivering the blowout. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing to marvel at. Well, Sarr is already used to attracting defensive contact, and this time he manages to finish right through it.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. And they're on the run. And finished off by Brooks.
And Brooks known as somebody that provides great energy and hustle, especially when the break is on.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
You can see how Edwards has really developed and worked on his handle. It's become a strength of his game.
Pass to Brooks. With the drive. Now Sarr. Brooks with it. 7 points in the game. Sarr a screen. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Harden. The rebound by Edey.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Edwards can't hit. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Louisville's shooting their second attempt at the line tonight.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
He takes it in. And Edey with a block. Three-pointer. And it's Anthony Edwards with the three. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
To the inside. And Wood with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you what, on the jam, Wood can just be ruthless. Won't let anybody stop him when he's going to the cup.
Back to Edwards. Pass to Kamara. Here's Edie. Guarded by Sarr. Soft touch off the glass. Edie's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Clark with the landmark decisions opening the door to NIL revenue for athletes in college and even in high school. It's the wild, wild west for amateur basketball.
There's no question the landscape is chaotic, dizzying even. But they deserve a slice of that pie, and this is a long time coming. Kids have an opportunity to leverage their talent to get paid right now. And in some cases, begin the process of creating generational wealth before they even become of age to vote. That's a pretty powerful combination.
Crowder with a screen. Edwards. Brooks with the rebound.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Right side, Edwards. Banked it in off the glass. Edwards got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Here's Harden. He nails it. That's his fifth make in 11 tries.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Wallace outside. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Wallace has got 19 points.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
The teardrop.
Cardinals ball.
.146 left in the third. Crowder outside. Off the mark there with a three.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look. A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped. What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Wallace left side. From deep. Sarr pulls it in. Louisville trails by 20.
Cardinals foul. Jay Crowder.
Well, Clark, every now and then you run into a player like Dylan Brooks, epitomizing that junkyard dog mentality.
Yeah, well said, B.A. I mean, when he's out there on the floor, you're going to feel and see Dylan Brooks. I mean, he's going to mix it up with anybody and everybody. There aren't many guys walking around looking to be as physical as Dylan does.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
On the wing, Wallace. Pass to Kamara. Back to Crowder. Oh, stolen by Harden. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Wood. Louisville working the ball around now. Brooks from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Brooks has got 12 points.
And when Brooks has his jumper working, the defense needs to locate him as soon as they can.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Cardinals. 22 is their biggest lead. On the wing, Wallace. Beyond the arc. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Wallace has got 6 here in the quarter. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 18.
64.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Outside Harden. Wood outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
It's Edwards on the wing. On the wing, Wallace. Stolen by Harden. And here comes the break. Rebounded by Kamara.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
Louisville trails by 16. And here's Sarr. Wood right side. Outside for Harden. Drives to the hoop. And it's blocked by Edey. And they'll get another chance. Shot's good by Sarr.
If that jumper can become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
On the wing, Wallace. And it's off from three-point range. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Crowder outside. Jacks up a 3. Offensive board. The kick out to Edwards. Gets it to go from the corner. Edwards got 29.
Edwards, a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
Back to Harden. Pass to Sarr. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Shannon. Great D that time from Kamara. Outside Edwards. Here's Kamara. Right side Edwards. Wallace's shot is good. 25 points in the game.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Up top, Harden. Pass to Wood. From outside the arc. Crowder grabs the miss. Right side Edwards. Takes a 3. Wallace's shot is good.
You know, the defense locked so much into Edwards that it creates opportunities for others.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Second team foul.
That's his 4th foul of the contest. Brooks outside. On the wing, Harden. To the paint. Will it go? Sarr.
Sarr is playing with a lot of confidence, not questioning himself, just using his size to keep finding buckets.
Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, he's like a one-man band out there, dialed in and on the attack.
Three-pointer, Harden. Crowder grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Crowder. Drills it from deep.
Jay Crowder.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
They get it back. And finished off by Sarr.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Stolen by Sarr. By himself. And finished off by Sarr.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Cardinals.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game one is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
41 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Sarr. From the arc. Rebounded by Kamara. "20 seconds left in the fourth. Now Crowder. 4 on the clock. Now here's Edey. Guarded by Sarr. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one.